Jackie Loretta, former star of The Real Housewives of New Jersey. She's got an 8-year-old son who has autism. Check out this video. This was him in a library in Franklin Lakes shortly before they were asked to leave. The little boy has autism, and as you may know, this is Autism Awareness Month, and some are saying, and Jackie in particular, is saying that part of the problem with her and her son being asked to leave the Franklin Lakes Library is because people do not understand autism. The kid wasn't being disruptive. This is just how he acts, and people need a greater understanding. So let's explore that a little bit. I want to bring in Jessica Barkowski, who is with Autism New Jersey. Jessica, welcome to Chasing News. How are you?
Hi, thank you so much for having us this morning.
So, I want to be sensitive to this, and, God forbid people are struggling, and autism seems to be particularly high in our area. What do you tell a mom or a dad of a kid with autism who's in this particular situation, like the library that Jackie experienced?
Well, here at Autism New Jersey, we have a great 800 for Autism helpline, and families and organizations such as the library can reach out to us, and we have plenty of resources on, for instance, a library looking for information on how to effectively serve families with autism, and we could point them in the right direction and give them some tips and tools. We have, right now, we're running our Autism Ambassador program through the month of April. So we have nearly 1,000 ambassadors going out, and many of them go to their local communities, like their library. They set up displays, they do presentations, and the theme of our program is Be You. And I think at Autism New Jersey this month, that is what we are trying to convey, is that it's okay to be you.
Okay, Jessica, thank you for joining me. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much for having us.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, let's bring back the A-plus panel to break this down. Jeanette, I want to start with you. And, when we look at something like this, it's one thing to be accepting. It's one thing to educate people. It's also another thing to say, aren't there certain standards? And if every variation is accepted, don't you lose some of those standards? I mean, clearly it didn't look like this kid was being disruptive. But if you're studying for a law exam and you're sitting in the library, I can see where tapping on the CDs is going to be disruptive.
Sure, but Bill, I watched this video and I really struggled to find how this kid was disrupting anybody in the library. It didn't seem like there was anyone around in the DVD section. He wasn't in the quiet room of the library. He was tapping on DVDs, putting them back neatly. I've seen much worse behavior from kids without autism.
I would agree with that. We don't see it on the video, Afia, but her getting the kid out of the library. But she claimed on social media he really had a tantrum, had a fit, and people didn't help. And I'm thinking, I don't know, when a kid throws a fit, you don't know autism or not, you stay away.
Yeah, I mean, I have 3 kids. They have thrown tantrums. We've been through the terrible twos, thank goodness. And yeah, personally, I would like people to stay out of it. But Bill, I think there's 3 levels here. There's awareness, there's acceptance, and then there's accommodation. And I think maybe we need to move, it seems we've moved away from awareness and we're in acceptance, but at some point we do need to accommodate, children with autism.
Phil, to that point, you can't accommodate everything that is different. A library is either a quiet place or it's not. Why?
Okay. First of all, that horrible reaction. The first thing you do is you ask the kid to leave. You throw the kid. His taxpayer dollars are paying for that library. The first thing I would have done, and I've asked my staff to do, is how can we help you? Is there a quiet room we can bring you to? Is there somewhere else? How can we help you? We want your son here. He's part of the community. He's part of our community.
But you said a quiet room. You both actually mentioned the quiet
Yeah.
room. Isn't that discrimination
or an
there?
area,
I thought you said accommodate in the public square
first of
with
all,
everybody else.
For what he was doing, he should have been left alone.
silly,
But if
yeah.
he threw a tantrum, or any kid throws a tantrum, then maybe.
But here's my other point, though. I think the mom did a really good job of teaching her son how to behave in a library. So if you don't bring your child with autism to a library, how does he or she know that, okay, this is a quiet place? You have to teach that behavior, and it's a little bit more of a struggle.
I understand the point, I agree, and I understand with the emotion. However, she was filming it for social media. She certainly wasn't there talking to him about not tapping on the books, right?
We filmed everything for social media in 2018. This is a reality TV show.
Maybe that's the problem. All right,
what an opportunity for the library, though. They should have an autism awareness event, bring everyone in, bring the community together, and fix this horrible wrong they did.
Thank you, guys. Good to see you all. Thanks for coming. Let's check in with meteorologist Dan Zarrow with your weather forecast.